Talking politics on repeat. Share your story with me. Got Ronda Robinson on the line to speak. About to bring the heat. Hey.
Welcome in. Thank you all so much for another edition of Solutions. Thanks for joining us. We had a few little technical glitches, but I appreciate everybody hanging in there with us. I'm Ronda Robinson, back again. It's been a minute, right? So we're trying to get back into the groove and, just trying to get acclimated to the new way of living. How's everybody doing? I hope you are healthy and safe. Happy Black History Month. I have a wonderful guest joining me today, Cheryl Davidson Lane. Cheryl, are you there with me? I want to welcome her into the show so we can chat a little bit today. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I came down to Pensacola to visit my daughter and get a little rest, and I think I overslept.
Well, we're all still trying to figure this thing out, but I'm glad you got a chance to get away. Glad you got a chance to see family. It's so important to pour back into yourself so that you can be good for your clients and for everybody else, right?
Oh, yes. You never know how tired you are until you get away from it all and take a break. And that's when you really see how tired you are to get a break, to get some rest.
So it is Black History Month. Do you have any one person that you think about who has been a great influence on your life, African-American? It could be a celebrity, it could be a politician, a family member, anyone.
One, I would say Michelle Obama.
Okay.
And so I guess she would be with celebrity politician. I'm not sure. But she do not, to me, seem like get the recognition that she should, as a female Black American. She has stood her ground. She's been attacked and, and verbally, what I mean, assaulted or whatever. But she rose above it all. So she said, when they go low, you go high. And I be trying to do that sometimes.
It is not easy, right?
It's not easy. So as I saw from Oprah, and then it's many more, but those ones kind of stuck out to me. So from Oprah, as we put Oprah on that high pedestal, then now Michelle Obama, now we got Kamala Harris, and it let us know that as women, we can do anything we want. And then for Black History Month, also for all the Black women, African American women, however they call it, I call myself Black American.
Right, but, me too.
Yeah, you see what I'm Black American. Okay, so for all the ones who decide to go back to school or start a business or go for that promotion. And I want to tell everybody, not everybody have to start a business, and don't let quote unquote business or entrepreneurs make you shame you and not to have a business. But for the ones who going for those promotions, the vice presidents of these different companies, Black History Month, I celebrate you all, because without the ones who laying the foundation, a lot of us would not be here doing the things we're doing right now.
That's so true.
Michelle will be one of them for me.
Yeah, it's so true. And it's so important to remember that we stand on the shoulders of many,
Yes.
And that, we have our own unique talents and things that we bring to the table. But if it wasn't for those who trailed the way before us, we wouldn't be able to stand and prosper the way we do now. So yes, absolutely. You and I, we share some of the same Folks, Michelle Obama is one of my favorites as well. And of course, Oprah,
Okay.
when I was younger, I thought I was going to be the next Oprah. So
Okay.
I always looked up to Oprah. Still do. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk more with you over the next few minutes because I want people to know all about Eternity Centers and more,
Okay.
and your home health care training.
Okay.
So we're going to dive deep into all of that. We have a couple of sponsors we want to go to and thank them for making this show possible. And thank you, Cheryl, for joining us. When we get back, after a
Okay.
few really quick break, we're going to talk, let everybody see our sponsors, and then we'll talk about Eternity Centers and more, because I want everybody to know exactly what you do.
Okay.
All
Sounds great.
right, and how
Great.
they can find you.
Okay. Sounds great. I'm ready to give it.
We'll be right back after this quick little. That's TC Counseling and Consulting Services. And a quick reminder from Carmine Communications about our digital advertising, digital marketing services. All
All right.
right, so we are back. We are back. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us. Now, Cheryl, for folks who may be meeting you for the first time, tell us all about Eternity Sitters and more. How'd you come up with the idea? What made you decide to jump into that industry? And also, if folks, we were dealing with this pandemic right now, if people have family members who may need your services, how can they reach out to you?
Okay. So for the ones who do not know me, my name is Cheryl Lane. I am the owner and founder of Eternity Citizen More Home Care and the Home Care Business Learning Station. And we assist individuals who would like to remain in their home or wherever they call home with non-medical home care services. And we also assist individuals who would like to start, grow, and sustain their home care businesses through our Facebook support group and online course site. Um, and look, hey, I am your home care educator. So get to know me. I'm all about home care. So what started this for me, I guess from 1994, I didn't realize that going through my whole journey that God was preparing me for where I am now. So since 1994, I've been in and out the medical field, and then non-medical, but still doing patient care or some type of patient care. So I have worked with people from pediatric to the well baby nursery, all the way up into the nursing home, geriatric, right? And in between, with teenagers and mom and baby. But when I got to the elderly community, disabled community, that was my almost like my last stop. That's when I think I found my niche or my love or whatever you want to call it, for what I want to, to do the rest of my career, taking care of people. To enhance that, I went back and I got my social work degree to better understand how could I take care of them. Still not knowing though I have a business. In between that, yes. So in between that, so let me go back a little bit. So in between me getting to the nursing home, once I got there, people started asking, can we, at the time we were saying sitting with people, can I sit with their loved ones and can I sit with their client for them or something like that till they come back? And I was like, yeah, sure, yeah. So not knowing that this was still preparing me, right? So as I was doing that, then my name got brought up a lot more for more people to asked me to come and sit with them. And I was like, okay, now I'm getting a little bit more calls. Now, how I'm going to do this? So now I start bringing in my daughters, my two daughters, and then a couple of friends, still not knowing I got a business, not knowing I got a business. We're just going through the motion.
You're just helping people. Yeah.
Yeah, just helping people, just helping people. So, but once I graduated and I started my intern, and then I'm like, okay, Lord, what I'm gonna do to sustain myself? Because now I'm forced to resign from my job because intern, as you know, is full time. So you're on the job. I mean, you're on intern all day. So I'm like, how am I sustain myself? And then my husband's like, you already got a business. And I was like, how? What you mean? I got a business. He was like, you already got people calling you to care for them, care for their family. Go ahead and start your business. So the midway my internship, I started Eternity Sitters and More.
Okay.
And it started right there for me sitting on the first post I ever put on Facebook. I had just got on Facebook in 2013. And that's my first time ever been on Facebook. So some months after that, like I said, we started the business. My first post was Eternity Citizen More is now open for business. Now, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to go. All I just know, I just put it out there. I hadn't had no paperwork, no logo, no nothing. I just put it out there. And my oldest granddaughter, and her name is Eternity. We named her Eternity. I asked my daughter, can I name her? She said yes, and I named her Eternity. And it was for some other reason. I won't get into that, but it was some other reason why I named her Eternity. Mm-hmm. And she was my first grandbaby. So I said, this is my first baby as a business, and I named it after her. And then the rest is history. I'm here.
Wow. It's amazing with this entrepreneur journey how many of us learn by default, right? Because I'm guilty of that as well. Like a lot of the things that I'm doing, I learned because maybe I made a mistake, or did something wrong, and I'm just like, okay, never won't do that again, So yeah, I can relate to that. Just kind of putting it out there and seeing what happens.
Yeah, and I listened to TD Jakes a couple of months ago, and he was talking about stumbling upon your gift. And we have the gift inside of us, and we, whether we know it or not, God is preparing you for certain things. You just have to find it or listen or pay attention to it. It's right there. And I thought about it. I was like, yep, I stumbled upon my gift because it was always there, but I just didn't know it. And when this happened, it just kind of brought it out. And I think God put it where He forced me to move, because I wasn't going to move otherwise. Like I said, now I got a full-blown business going. Almost 10 years, 15 years ago, had a business going, but did not know it. So
wow.
2014, that's when I legalized it, got my business license, started going to business, different entrepreneur classes and networking and things like that. And, that's how I really kind of learned the business part. Other than that, we were just kind of like going through the motion. But as TD Jake said, you will stumble upon your gift. Everybody got a gift. Everybody got talent. But you just have to find out what it is and home on it. You'll make mistakes along the way. But as you make the mistakes, correct it, see is it for you. If not, change it around and keep going.
Yeah. For me, I read that book by Steve Harvey, Jump, because I had been thinking about the whole entrepreneur journey for 5 years. It took me 5 years to get the courage to do it. And I read that book by Steve Harvey called Jump, and that's what I did. I jumped. I just did it. Let's go. Let's just do it and let the chips fall where they may. So if folks are interested, huh?
Oh, yeah. And I just want to say this, then I'm going to let you go back. And like you said, jump. And let people know by no means that even though I stumbled on it and I kept going through, to where I'm at now, but I had some ups and downs. I had some self-sabotaging. I had some procrastination. I had a whole bunch of fears, and then I slowed myself down. But we have to know it's not perfect. People think when they see the glamour, and I want to tell people this too, when you see the social media, the glamour picture, or whatever you want to call it, when you see that, most people are not going to tell you the trouble they had. They ain't gonna tell you that you had some broke days, you had some good days, you had some sad days, you had some days that you couldn't go to sleep because you had to get something done, and it's a lot of stuff, and I had them all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was determined to keep going. That's what got me here today. But don't think that it's a straight line to success. It's like this. It's like this. So, baby, it was some days I was like, Lord, I ain't there for this. I ain't there for this.
So how can folks reach you if they have a family member or a loved one, a friend who may need your services?
Okay, well, they can reach me at, and I'll leave my information with you also. So they can reach me at 205-790-7810. That's just the business office. They can reach me on social media, on Facebook, Facebook fan page, on Instagram and LinkedIn. And now, yay, I got accredited by the Better Business Bureau. So you can go on the Better Business Bureau. I said, that's a tongue twister. And you can look up my business on there if you're looking for quality home care. Like I said, we serve individuals in their home or retirement facilities, hospitals, nursing homes. But right now, because of COVID, they're not letting us in as much unless we was already in there. But once that passed, we are back in there. We back in their home, we back in there.
Yeah.
So we everything that we do though is non-medical. So if I ask people to, once they call, we want to make sure that you know the difference. And then home care is non-medical. So all the services are non-medical that we're providing. If you need something medical assistant, that's home health. Home health is medical. So you just know when you call for somebody to do patient care in your home, make sure you describe exactly what you need, and so they can tell you if they can provide that service or not, because you may need home care, but you ask for home health, and you may need home health, but you ask for home care. So just make sure you know the services that you may need when you call, in an agency.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're going to take another quick break, but when we get back, I want you to talk to folks who may be interested in opening up their own facility, because you also offer training. So stick around, folks. We got a few more sponsors to talk that we want you to see, and then we'll come back and chat with Cheryl a little bit more.
All right.
All right, maybe having a few technical difficulties, but stick with us. We're going to work through it. If we can't play that one video clip, we'll just move on to the next flyer. Who else we got here? If we have any other sponsors. If not, me and Cheryl will come back and talk about her home health care training. Let's see. It looks like we're having some more problems playing that. So we'll a little bit about your home health care training for folks who have been thinking about starting a business. How do they get started? Tell us about the training. Is there a cost involved? How long is the course? Tell us about.
Okay. If you decide you want to do home care or home health, the process in the beginning is the same. If you want to do private duty, still the process is the same. But we have a Facebook support group on Facebook. It's called the Home Care Business Learning Station. And it's on Facebook. And right now we up to 5,700 members. And what I do,
wow.
Yes, yes, and growing. So, yeah, but I do a lot of the teaching, and then I also bring other people in, like marketers, people like you, Rhonda, come in and talk. We also, when you get ready to start your business, because I'm kind of not kind of like patterning after what I did, but I know a lot of people have a lot of issues that they're going through, that they're trying to get to that business, but certain things are holding them back. So with us, if you come to my group, I'm talking to the body, the mind, everything, because you got to get your mindset right and have a good mindset, and then make sure that you want to do this. This is something that you want to do. We just want to make sure that you're not doing this because you see somebody else is making money or so-called good money, and then you decide you want to start your home care. But is this something you really want to do? Even if you don't want to work with the elderly, you might want to work with the disabled. But this is something that you want to do because you're going to have some interaction with people, period, right? So we want you to be a people person, not a people pleaser, but a people person. So you have to look at those things. Then we also have the course site, and it's the Home Care Business Learning Station Thinker website, and it has all the courses on there that you need. You could go on there and look at the site and see if some of the things that you may want to take. Some of them are long as maybe 3 months to 4 months, and some of them you could do in a day. Now the home care class itself, it said you can get your business started in 90 days. It's $2,200 right now. Then you have your sub classes on the side that may be inside the home care course, but you may not need all of the home care course. You might just need one or two things. So those are off to the side. And right now we have those on sale, drastically on sale. Okay, so if you're trying to look at something now, you could grab them now before we raise the price back up. But yeah, once you do that, and if you look when you look at those courses and you take them, and you might say, okay, well, I don't need a coach right now, let me get a coach later on. But you are going to need somebody. So I
Yeah.
also coach and I mentor in home care. So you might need a coach that talk you through everything. Then you may need a mentor, just kind of like mentor you through all of that. So I do coaching and mentoring also, for your startup business, for your home care.
So, and I can vouch for your course because I took one of them, and I
Yeah.
learned so much. But walk folks through who made, because I know you said earlier that it's non-medical, but kind of help people understand, what does that mean, right? Is that buying groceries? Is that rehab? What exactly does that mean?
Okay, so non-medical mean we're almost pretty much coming in as a companion. We're coming in doing what you would normally do in the house. We will
Okay.
help you with your showers or your baths. We'll help you get dressed. We do meal preparations. We do some errands. It just all depends. Some errands. We don't do the bills. We know we used to do the bill pay, but we don't help you with your bills. Your family members have to do that. I'm sorry. So, but we do light housekeeping, light laundry. So I can go on and on with the list. But just think about the things that you would normally do every day around your house, but you need that extra help, or your family member, whoever, need that extra help because they may not be able to do it. You may just need someone to just come over there and do just light housekeeping, or some housekeeping to make sure the house is in order. So what we have is personal care, and that's you. We could come in and do your baths, your shower, help you get dressed. We do the AM care, where we could come and do all that in the morning, and we call the tuck-in care, where we could do it at night, get you in your nightgown or your pajamas, and we could get you in bed, and we could leave. And then, or we could just do meal preparation, where we just come and cook for you every day. So it just
Okay.
all depends. So it don't have to be just like, oh, we just coming to sit with you. So that what people most people think that, oh, when they hire a home care person, that we just
Yeah.
got to come in and just care for the person. Like, no, we do several things inside the home that person might need. We may come in and just make sure that they're taking their medication. Now we can't actually give it to them, but we can, make sure it's there and tell them, okay, open your medication. You need to take it, and write the times and all that stuff that they take it, and be there for them as a companion. So, like I said again, just think about the things that you do every day in the home, that we could come in. Now you just got that extra set of hands to come help you do all of that.
That's awesome. Okay, and so if people want to start a business like this, how do they reach out to you to get that process started?
Yes. Okay. So like once again, they could email me, and it's my email address is eternitysitizenmore1 at yahoo.com. They can join the Facebook group, the Home Care Business Learning Station. It's on Facebook. So make sure that when you're doing it, several people that kind of took the beginning of my name, after it got started. So, people was trying to start their own group. So just make sure it's at the Home Care Business Learning Station, and that would be me. And you definitely want to get in that group because, like I said, you may have already started something or beginning to start something. And when you come in that group, it has a wealth of information. So you can put the questions inside the search box, and believe me, hundreds of answers gonna pop up for for what you're asking for. But those are the best ways to get me on social media, in the group, or email me and just put in the subject box, coaching or mentoring.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your vacation.
Yes,
and I'm sure we'll be chatting again very, very soon.
Yes.
Tell the family I said hello.
I sure will.
All right.
Thank
and for the folks who tuned in, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out Cheryl on all of her social media accounts. Call her up if your family member or friend or loved one needs the help, or if you are interested in starting your own.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Solutions. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Real issues, real answers, real talk. If you're thinking about it and being about it, baby, shouldn't even be an option. Then let's hit on the subject and talk about